Okay guys, so this drill, the chest to wall handstand, is the combination and the focal point for 3 different skill sets. The first is a part of what we did in our wrist routine, which is finding the balance and the pressure of the hands. We have the first knuckle pressed down and we're externally rotating the shoulder, so twisting into the ground. Second is the hollow body shape, or the body line drills, applying what we did in the abdominal movements on the floor, upside down on our hands, where we tuck the hips, squeeze the feet, and pull your ribs down, or tuck the ribs. And the third piece is going to be learning how to use our shoulders when upside down on the hands. Not only finding the open shoulder position, where you're pushing your chest and your head through your arms to get close to a 180-degree line from your wrist to your hips, but also learning how to shift your weight from hand to hand in order to walk your way up the wall and walk your way down out of the wall upon your exit from the chest to wall handstand. To adjust for skill and making it more difficult in the chest to wall handstand, we adjust the distance and the position of our legs. So you saw me at first, I stayed in a more tucked position, kind of getting my butt closer to my heels against the wall. Then I pushed away from the wall, and finally, after I feel comfortable pushing away from the wall, I go into a fully extended position and walk myself closer to the wall, like you saw there. For hand position, I like to have those index fingers parallel to one another. Some people find more comfort with middle fingers parallel, like you saw there, but I want you to start with the indexes parallel. Then we come back to the wrist positioning like we developed in the wrist flexion raises from the wrist routine, where you are pressing your index knuckle down while externally rotating my shoulder joint. You could see my elbow pits pointing forward when I was on my knees, and now I'm upside down. You notice it's much less exaggerated, but it's still the same intent. First knuckle down, rotating my shoulder out, trying to point my elbow pits straight ahead. Now, as you get more comfortable with the multiple body shapes we're trying to make in this chest wall handstand, we make it more difficult by walking closer to the wall. At its hardest position, you can touch your nose to the wall while only touching your toes to the wall. So nose and toes could make contact and nothing else. A common mistake is as you fatigue, the ribs start to touch the wall and have just the slightest bit of contact. And the quads will do that as well, but we only want the toes or the nose to possibly be touching the wall.